Hi, I'm trying to re-record this slide. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about Taylor's new song, You're Losing Me, which was not released for public listening. I've been sick. I'm in pain currently, and this is just an idea I've been juggling, in my mind brains. These are a couple ideas, I guess, I've been juggling in my mind, and I thought I'd make a video about it, I guess. So, what's You're Losing Me? Basically, Taylor Swift released this album called Midnights. You've probably heard of it. And she released it with a bajillion different variants. There were 4 vinyls. There was the limited Target CD. And now she's on tour. She's on the Eras tour. It's record breaking, it's huge. Um, and she decided she'd sell another variant, this time of her CDs. It's a different with different songs. So she has most of the normal ones. She removed a couple. She added two that are also on a digital release that are also extra. And she also released You're Losing Me, which is supposed to only exist in that physical release, which will only be sold at this specific show in the Era store. Um, Important to note, this is a From the Vault song, which means it wasn't ever supposed to see the light of day, I guess. Um, the song's a breakup song. The lyrics that matter are on screen, which is basically the bridge and the last chorus, I guess. It goes, how long could we be a sad song till we were too far gone to bring back to life? I gave you all my best me, my endless empathy, and all I did was bleed as I tried to be the bravest soldier, fighting in your only your army front lines. Don't you ignore me? I'm the best thing at this party. You're losing me, and I wouldn't marry me either. A pathological people pleaser who only wanted you to see her. I'm fading thinking. Do something, babe. Say something. Lose something, babe. Risk something. Choose something, babe. I got nothing to believe unless you're choosing me. Why does this matter? It's just a breakup song, except that especially now with the tour, Taylor's been kind of, I guess, more personal, I think, maybe, with her songwriting, because in case you don't know, her previous before Midnights and the re-releases that don't count, she released 2 albums which were Evermore and Folklore, that are kind of assumed to be mostly fiction. Like, she created characters, she wrote whole things for them. It's not a, oh yeah, this happened to me and such, which was pretty common with older Taylor Swift. And during this tour, it's been rumored that she's broken up, or they broke up. Taylor Swift and her 6 year long relationship are no longer a thing. She was with Joe Alwyn for at least 6 years, and they seem to not be together anymore. It's rumored that she's with Maddie Healy, who is the main guy from the 1975. So some things I so who's Joe Alwyn exactly? Taylor Swift wrote a song about, yes, someone who's very important to her, but who doesn't have the same kind of fame as her. She's doing the Eras tour. She's doing amazing in the Eras tour. Even before the Eras tour with real releases and stuff, she's gotten, people really like her now. And even with the whole Kanye thing, Kanye's been going through, a mental health episode. And he also has been saying some things that, most would call anti-Semitic. Um, the thing is, Taylor Swift is probably at the height of her career, and she was when she was writing Midnights, and when she was writing this song that didn't make the cut to Midnights. And Joe Alwyn, that's not the case. He's just some guy who is famous for dating Taylor Swift. He's not in like big shows, big films. He's just a British actor, like B-list, C-list actor. There's a bit of a difference there, and I don't. I mean, I'm not comfortable with the fact that this song. It's. I understand Taylor Swift was probably really sad. If we're assuming Taylor Swift wrote this about her relationship, yes, she was extremely sad about everything, and but this also kind of feels mean and feels mean spirited because it's not like he did her dirty like John Mayer did, or the other guys did. He was a good guy. From what we've seen, he's just. It was a long relationship. Sometimes relationships fade away, and it feels unfair that Taylor gets to air out all this and say all this about this person and these say these really heartbreaking things, and the guy doesn't have the power to fight back or you know to protect himself because he's literally just a guy. And also, let's take into account when she would have written this, okay? Because yes, this is a From the Vault song, so it was written when she was writing Midnights, right? Right. So let's say that uh, Midnights released half a year ago, basically. Let's say that she took, I don't know, a year to write Midnights. When did she and Joe break up, allegedly? At the beginning of the Eras Tour, which was a couple months ago. I think it was in January or February. I don't know. And so, when she was writing Midnight, she had to have been preparing for the Eras Tour because the Eras Tour is a massive, massive, massive thing. A lot of she's going to a lot of places. Um, it's a like even tours at this scale do require a lot of planning, and so do releasing new versions of an album. So when she was writing Midnight, she had to be preparing for the Eras Tour. She couldn't have um, planned to release this single. Well, it's not a single, but to have released this song while on the Eras Tour after she had broken up or he broke up with her. So this has to have been planned while they were together. So I don't know, it feels weird. Like if you're trying to fix something like Taylor alleges, kind of, and well, most people on TikTok are assuming that, oh yeah, no, she was trying really hard and they tried really hard and then it didn't work out and it's all very sad. If they were trying so hard, why was she planning to release this song while they were working on things? It doesn't feel genuine. And another thing that doesn't feel genuine is I wouldn't marry me either a pathological people pleaser who only wanted you to see her. Like I'm also kind of a pathological people pleaser to the point that I've had fights with my boyfriend because of things I did while we were around other people because I wanted to please them and I reacted in a way I shouldn't have. And nothing to do with cheating, by the way. It's just I'm really bad at compartmentalizing things. And yeah, basically, we have gotten into fights about this. And I know that being a pathological people pleaser is not actually a good thing. It's a very bad thing that does hurt both of us when I do it. And but here, this feels like a self-martyrizing thing. Like it feels like when people on TikTok say they have, oh, I'm so OCD, I have to clean my dishes like this. Like, no, that's not how it works. and the whole do something, babe, say something, lose something, risk something, choose something, I got nothing. You know who has more power over things? Taylor Swift. They both have jobs, like both Taylor and Joe have jobs that require both of them to be at certain in certain areas of the world for certain things. Joe is an actor, so he has to be on place shooting, and being with his team and so on and forth. While Taylor has to, be on tour, be on the studio, and so on. But who has more power here? Is it Taylor Swift or is it who has more power? More so in the way of who can afford to not do the next gig? It's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is making a lot of money. She probably doesn't need any more money. She's already a fucking billionaire, I think. And to say, oh yeah, you who aren't even like a B-list celebrity, someone who's well known for their work, yeah, no, you should risk something. You should choose something. You should say something. And it feels not, it doesn't feel good, like, girly, you're making bajillions of money, and your guy, I don't know his money situation. Obviously, I don't. But it's this whole thing of um, like, for example, me and my boyfriend, he's making more money than I do at this point because he's got a job. I don't. I'm living off my parents. I'm paying, waiting for the uni to start paying me. But even when they start paying me, my boyfriend will have more money than me, and I don't think I'd be comfortable with him telling me to risk not get money for us to be together. Say, for example, because I read this, by the way, as a thing of distance, uh, um, like distance or time together. And I feel that she's saying, "Oh yeah, you don't spend." She doesn't talk about time, I think, but I feel that she's saying something about you're not risking your job and to spend time with me. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's something completely different. But it's the whole. Uh, I wouldn't, and I think my I don't think it's fair for her to tell her boyfriend, who doesn't make nearly as much money as her, to risk something because she has everything paid for, and maybe he does too. But it's the principle. She's up there and he's down there. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. At least not to me. And there also comes the thing of, is this actually real? Did this actually happen, or is this just a song she wrote about someone else or something? And the honest answer is, I don't know. I don't fucking know. The timing is very convenient. I'll tell you that, but also these things take time. So unless she planned the breakup and then planned getting with Maddie Healy and then planned Maddie Healy saying those things and then planned this to go right after that, like some months ago, um, I guess. But it's, we can't know if this is real. And I don't know if we should be discussing if this is real or this isn't. There was a clip that really broke my heart. I saw it in Lola Sebastian's parasocial relationship video, if I'm not mistaken. It's Taylor Swift in an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, and then Ellen's trying to guess, who are you with, and so forth, and so on and so forth. What was this relationship like, and this relationship like? And Taylor was bawling her eyes out because she didn't want to have these discussions. She was saying, "I'm very private about these things. Please, let's not talk about it." And I'm telling that to the people who are having these discussions on TikTok. Should we actually be talking about this? Like, should we actually be, poking into someone's private life? And I know that Taylor did a documentary and did this and that and so on and so forth, and her music is very personal. But should we be peeking through the curtain? Should we try to get sources near her? Should we be assuming things? And I don't think so. These are people. Um. So yeah, I don't know. Ah, uh, this is someone's life, and we're assuming things, and it's all very, and it's just, and the album wasn't that good. The song was cool, I guess. I didn't really like the weird vocal things, like effects. I did like hits different, but Taylor's making her coin. She's not the kind of artist I usually listen to, but this is just a thing I've been, seeing and been seeing discussions of, and it's just, you know, this was just something to keep me occupied. I guess. Yeah, just be conscious of other people's private lives. I think that's my main takeaway. And maybe don't assume that the mega billionaire you like, whose songs you like, maybe they're not the bestest person, and maybe they write all these heartbreaking songs, but maybe consider that they're also making a lot of money from it, and that the people this person they're writing a song about doesn't have the same kind of platform. Yeah, and I don't know. That's it. You're losing me.